everybody and welcome along to W3L Wrestling Showdown here as always on the W3L network. Thank you once again for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for coming out to see W3L live, and we have got some big live events coming up soon. I told you last week about our 7 Deadly Sins tournament. I'll tell you a bit about that and the rest of our live days later on. Now, Leah Owens is currently in the midst of her 3rd record-tying reign as W3L Women's Champion. And of course, as she said many times in the past, she's a fighting champion. And never more will that be apparent than here this week on Showdown, because Leah Owens has wanted to issue an open challenge. Management are fine with this, and this is what they have allowed her to do. So Leah Owens is here this week. She's putting the championship on the line, but who's going to step up to answer the challenge and get a shot at that women's championship? There's been a whole host of contenders gunning to knock Leah Owens off her perch and get that belt. Who will go for it? Who will she have to face this week? Let's all find out together as we go down to ringside for your Women's Championship Open Challenge.
Be your man, be your woman,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with you on Wrestling Showdown, and an unexpected turn of events. I'm sure you will agree. Leah Owens issuing an open challenge for the Women's Championship, and has been answered by the very good Mr. G Mackey. The first thing to notice, obviously, is that Mackey isn't a female, and generally the Women's Championship is only defended between women. The name kind of implies that. But Owens did say she faced against anyone, so I guess this match is going ahead. I don't know if officially the belt's on the line, is it? Nobody seems to know, but yeah, W3L doesn't really do a lot of like intergender wrestling matches, but we're apparently going to have one here, and obviously manager was fine with it, otherwise we would have come out and stopped this. So I guess it's okay. I guess we're about to see Leah Owens versus the very good Mr. G Mackey. I guess just goes to show that W3L's a forward-thinking company when it comes to gender roles. You mean of men versus women in other sports, but here in pro wrestling, apparently it's fair game. And really, as Leah Owens sends Mackey flying, it shouldn't come as a surprise, because when you heard what Mackey said, ultimately he wants to try and destroy W3L. He feels this is the company that's behind all his problems and issues recently with the suspension and stuff. So he said to pick on Leah Owens, perhaps feeling that because she's female, he's going to have an easier time of it, but that's obviously not the case, as Owens immediately in for a cover. She could have ended this one early as Mackey goes to the floor. Yeah, if he thinks that because he's a man and she's a woman that he's going to have an easier ride here, he's sorely mistaken, because Leah Owens is as tough as they come. She's proven it time and again here in W3L, indeed in other companies that she competes for. So yeah, if Mackey thinks it's going to be a pushover, I think he's going to be sadly mistaken. Referee having to hold Leah Owens back. You notice conspicuous by his absence is Tim Wiley, because Mackey was with Wiley at ringside last week when Wiley faced Mike Musso. But Tim Wiley's on here, and I've no idea why. We still know the nature of the alliance between those two men. Perhaps Mackey feels because he's wrestling a female, he doesn't need any backup. Who can say? Leah Owens wants a test of strength, and we'll see how she fares here. I mean, you may not know this, but the very good Mr. G Mackey does a lot of pole fitness, and he has got a really strong core. He's very flexible. You can see it in his wrestling. But however, he's not quite as tall as Leah Owens, so her hands are a bit higher up than his. And I think maybe that's one of the other issues, one of the other reasons that he's come out here. Mackey often feels he's unfairly judged in his size. People take one look at him, immediately pigeonhole him and decide that he's not worth anything because he's not 9 feet tall and 500 pounds. And to know that kind of gets to him. And he is, despite the fact you may not like what he does, he's one of the most talented men around. However, is it a size thing? Is that why he wants to maybe prove his dominance by coming out and wrestling a female? And if that's the case, he's going to regret it, because Leah Owens is just all over him. She's a house of fire. And Mackey regrouping on the floor. Owens got up ahead of steam. I thought she was going to jump on him, but Mackey's ducked out the way. Calling him a chicken. This crowd totally getting on Mackey's case. And he really doesn't help his cause. He's wandered away, and Leah Owens, oh, he's grabbed the belt. Leah's not going to let that happen without a fight. Oh, and Mackey just runs her at the ring post. Someone did that to the referee last week. That's why Callum Lyons isn't here this week. And Mackey not bothering about any gender divides. He'll happily beat up anybody, male, female, she heard, animal, vegetable, mineral, whatever. Yeah, throttling Leah Owens on that middle rope. I'm not technically sure if he wins this, he's going to be allowed to become women's champion. I guess I'll have to get a clarification. I'm not even 100% sure that the title is officially on the line.
I mean, Leah Owens did say it was. She did issue a challenge for the title, and Mackie's accepted. But we shall see what happens in due course as Mackie goes for a cover. Well, obviously wants to try and win this one, not just hurt her. So maybe he does have his eye on taking the Women's Championship, who knows? And it has to be said, Leah Owens hasn't always had the best success when it comes to open challenges. If you were there at Remedy last year, you know, she had an open challenge to the women's title, and that ended up that her twin sister took it off her, and she's had to wear a mask as a result. That was a bit later in the year. With Mackie going up to the top rope, I said he was flexible, and he drops a leg drop. Nobody hits a flying leg drop like the very good Mr. UNG Mackie. It's not enough to put away Leah Owens quite just yet. I'm sure a lot of people are questioning, I mean, is this really like a fair match? I mean, again, it is a male versus a female, that's not something we tend to have a lot of here in W3L. But it has to be said, Leah Owens, she's given a very good account of herself. And she's, apart from that, when she goes face first at the turnbuckle, she's pretty much controlled the bulk of this contest, I would have to say. And she's shown that, male or not, Mackie's going to have to put up a real fight to get the better of her. Mackie runs the knee lift right in her midsection and kicks her in the head as if the cover here. Again, only a 2 count. So it's clear that Mackie's campaign of terror, this thing that started with him being suspended with his actions aimed at the merchandise Musso, is always going to spread throughout W3L. An interesting note actually is that when Leah Owens first became the women's champion, she defeated Viper, who was champion at the time. And Viper at that time was an associate member of UNG Mackie's Sanctuary faction. So I mean, maybe Mackie holds a grudge from all those years ago when Leah Owens took the title away from his stable. And Leah Owens sends Mackie flying, that's monkey flip. Because at the end of last month she made her debut in the United States, wrestling Santana Garrett, which is no easy task for anybody. Never seen Santana Garrett wrestle. But Leah Owens gave a fantastic account for herself, so it's great that she's getting to branch out, wrestle in new places, spread the word of W3L as she goes. She lands a flying body press, hooks a leg, referee a little slow in that one. She may have got it if he's a bit quicker on the ball there, but regardless, it was only a 2. And this women's title is a hot potato because Sarah wants to get it back. We saw Leah Owens defending his Bête Noire not that long ago. So I mean, a lot of people would love to be women's champion, and you and Mackie just get slapped right in the face. Leah Owens hits the DDT. And this could be it. Oh, and Mackie kicks out the last split second. Again, for all your thoughts that maybe this isn't the right thing to do, as Mackie disappears from view behind the ring here, that maybe this shouldn't be allowed, this male versus female contest. Again, clearly management haven't stepped in to stop it, so they must be cool with it, I suppose. And I think it goes to show that our champions are the best in the business, the toughest out there, because Leah Owens hasn't backed down, and she's given every bit of good account that she's got. There's Mackie disappeared, they're trying to find him. And hang on, there he is. And he's got the head of Francois Martin. We saw Tim Wiley use that on Mike Musso last week. Oh, and they missed. He blows that ritual of effluence in her face and smashes her with the head of Francois Martin. And again. And the referee not standing for this. He's trying to get rid of the head. And Mackie having to resort to these tactics are the good, fairly sporting contest, a good example of a good exhibition, maybe is a better word, of intergender style wrestling. And then Mackie has to resort to this, using a head and a kick. Aye goes Mike Musso, and Mike Musso's seen enough. He's had enough of Mackie beating up Leah Owens with a metal cage. When the bell gets sounded and Musso chasing Mackie out of the ring, he's checking on Leah Owens to a couple of solid shots to that, missed in the face as well. And hang on, Musso chasing him away. It's carnage here, ladies and gentlemen. I think Leah Owens is going to be alright, but she got that effluence in the face and got hit by the head of Francois Martin. It's all going down here on Showdown.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure you weren't expecting that. As you can see, the situation between Mike Musso and the very good Mr. Eugene Mackie is really getting out of control here. It's spilling into other parts of W3L. Other wrestlers are getting dragged into this as well. I'm sure management are going to try and sort this out, but Mackie and Musso have got a date with each other, potentially, coming up very soon. As I revealed last week, 7 Deadly Sins takes place on Saturday, May the 13th this year, and it takes place in both Stockton and Harrogate. Yes, this is 2 live events, and 7 Deadly Sins will be split across both of those shows, so if you can get along to both of them, you really should. I said I would reveal the 7 participants that are going to be taking part in this year's tournament, and I shall. The first 2 are the merchandise Mike Musso and the very good Mr. Ewan G. Mackie, and I'm sure they will get their hands on each other in the opening round of the tournament. They are going to be joined by your W3L Tag Team Champions, Contingency Plan members Taylor Bryden and Dickie Divers, as well as Lucian Maynard Smith, Kevin Williams and the Rock and Roll Express, Blondie Barrett. It's a very intriguing septet of professional wrestlers involved in this tournament. And remember, this is wrestling's toughest tournament. I don't see that as hyperbole. Your opening round is a battle royal. The second round is strict 10-minute time limit matches. The semi-finals are submission matches, and the tournament final is a last man standing match. Even split across 2 separate events, this is going to be the toughest night of any of those wrestlers' lives. And of course at stake is a guaranteed shot at the Heavyweight Championship, and that takes place on Saturday, May 13th in both Stockton and in Harrogate. Our first time we've had 7 Deadly Sins on 2 events, and our first time we've had it in England as well, so please come out and see it. It's going to be a historic night, I can guarantee that. In addition to that, on Sunday, May 14th, that's the day after 7 Deadly Sins, we're going to be heading back to Kinghorn for a live event with all the 7 Deadly Sins followed. The following week, Thursday, May 18th, sees us debut up in Oban. On Friday, May 19th, we go back to Bedlington. Then on Saturday, May 20th, is Hexham and Catterick for, once again, 2 shows in the one day. Then, Thursday, May 25th, we go to Jedburgh before we round out our next batch of live dates on Friday, May 26th by going to Musselburgh at the Burton Hall. Plenty opportunity for you to see us live. Plenty opportunity for you to come out and support W3L in the flesh. If you want tickets for all of these events, you can get them from our website, W3LWrestling.com. While you're there, use Showdown in the coupon code section. You'll get 20% off them, so make sure you buy your tickets from there. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Subscribe to this channel, as I'm sure you already have, and come back in 7 days, because I'll have more news on 7 Deadly Sins and more exclusive matches here on Wrestling Showdown.